Let's lower you down. Let's do this. Alright, looks better. Remember now. No, we need to unmute the game. Send that back home. Let's unmute it. Let's get it on. Alright, everybody, let's get to it. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hardcorn, and today we're back. You know it, you love to see it. It's time for Taimanins. We're bringing the heat today with our fantastic, wonderful bout of news with the newsletter, and we've also got to talk about some things upcoming out of it too. Today we've got ourselves, some package reruns. We'll talk about those. We'll talk about the newsletter, some of things upcoming, because right now we're in a bit of a bye week. It's nice to have these every once in a while to help you get through events, but you always gotta love stuff like this. Because right now we got the what is it? I think it's not the Dark Angel package, but it's the package for Lena. I love it because her wings are gigantic, just like Murasaki's. So whenever she's up front like this, you can't ever see who's behind there. I'm sorry, Asuka. You just gotta live life to the fullest back there. Live life in the back lane, that's to say the least. But it's great to see everybody. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, to say the least. Yesterday we did Dark Souls, and today now we're doing Taimanins. Great stuff. I love seeing it. Because we're starting it off strong with the fact that I've already dropped 30 frames. Really good stuff. Alright, I need to go to... And that's for later. Oh, I need to open it. I need to open it in the first place. I am being so crazy. Where are you? Let's see here. February, March. Well, how's everybody been for the most part? I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I just got home for the most part. I went and saw that because it was, I think, like my dad's birthday. So we all went out. We went out to eat. He wanted to see a movie, so we went and saw the new Captain America. I think it's because I keep thinking it's like, oh, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That movie is like, I think, like 12 or 13 years old at this point. It's hard for me to think about that in the first place. Because I know they're coming out with like that new Winter Soldier movie in the first place, but it's like, that's good. I'm glad they remember he exists. Trying to find it because it's like it's like we're looking for window capture. No, it's not there. Yeah, I tried to... I thought I had everything set up for it, but I certainly didn't. It's supposed to be around here. Because I certainly don't want to open it in my email. I just have to, because it recognizes that it's in there. 12 days of Christmas. Thanks, boys. I know. Just looking for this. Let me see if that does it. That's it. That's it right there. Perfect. what am I doing? It's got to go reset to that one. I should have did this beforehand, but whatever. Well, for those who have read the what is it? Have already read into the little newsletter itself. What have you thought so far? Does it bring a lot to the table that you would have expected? Did you think they were going to get these sort of costumes in the first place? We certainly will find out then. Gotta remember not to use the scroll wheel because it's gonna send it to the next picture. That's better. Oh, it's always so difficult with these, I swear. You can make that a little bigger. Ah, fantastic. Okay, that's a lot better. That's fantastic. Alright. Move you over here. Now we can get started. Okay, today's welcome to March's newsletter. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in there that's actually going to be pretty damn groundbreaking, to say the least. Because after this, after we get done talking about this part, we're going to go take a look at the Twitter, because it's got a lot of, in literally the last 4 days, they've released a whole bunch of information about it. So we'll start off with, next week, they're bringing in the next renewal. This is going to be for Micah herself, as we've already heard. It's big news because obviously Micah herself is obviously full of problems and has certainly needed a renewal, to say the least. Like, my goodness, girly girl over here knows how to really throw it back, but are they going to throw her a bone in the first place? Let's find out. So scroll down here. So we have the package release, achievements, and pickup gacha. So it's, you know, you get your various stuff like level her to 81, get her affinity up, and you'll get like tickets and level up gear. It's good stuff for any character, really. So if you have Micah, and obviously a lot of us do, so we're gonna really get into her today. We're gonna go look over some of her aspects that since they're about to change, we gotta get a good look at to make a good comparison. So we have Deep Impact, Taimanin, Lapis Prism, Atomic Buster and Bloom Padma, Ninja Bazooka, and the Micah. Like, we have, what is it? Deep Impact, I think, that's their, no, Lapis Prism is the, I can't remember now. I know Tatarina is her Momochi weapon. One of them is her gacha signature, and that's always been, like, okay at best due to the fact it's, like, what is it called? It's a crit booster, and then it's, like, but it pales in comparison to Atomic Buster, which is the 80% crit booster. So I imagine it's like they're going to have, no, X71 Deep Impact is the new weapon. That's what I was thinking of. Because Lapis Prism is that weapon. We'll talk about Deep Impact when we get there to the Twitter side of things. So we have the upcoming events over in here. So for the first 4 days, for the first week, about the first half of the month, you're going to get bonus stuff. Just log into the game. Y'all understand that one. It's pretty easy to say the most part. Just open the game. So we'll get gems, more dye, candy, limited gachas, the White Day gift, because that's coming up in March, Onsen ticket, and more. Honestly, it's like I forget about the Onsen tickets so much. It's like, I understand it's like they're helpful for like the dispatch stuff, but it's like I may have to start doing those more often because it's just like it's passive resource acquisition. I literally forget about it because I've never used it outside of like first unlocking it. So we have the White Day event. We have let's see, we have surprise missions. You get rewards. It lasts the whole month, all the way up until April Fool's Day, to say the least. Can you believe it? Can you believe it's also March 1st already? Time sure does flies. Damn near grew wings. So you actually get a Micah weapon out of this. Candy, gems, and more. So it's certainly worth doing to participate in White Day events, because it's going to be worth it for Micah at least, and I'm sure there's some of you out there who are really going to get hot under the collar from Micah this White Day. Look at that, we even got Asuka as the promotion. They actually released this costume, I think it's either Valentine's Day or during the White Day series, so it's very fitting that they actually put like one of the first people to get it on there. It's one of my favorite costumes for it in the first place. It's weird that they also still use like the original Oe Nagisa design and not the updated version. But I guess the splash arts don't change that much. Next up, we've got the Start Your Engine Racism event. You get to roll your dice obtained from missions and run around the track to get rewards. It lasts the whole month. You get gems, White Day gift, limited gotchas, the Commander Mark checkered flag, and more. We're going to the Indy 500 with this one, bitches. So get ready. Look at there, we got Racist Murasaki. These costumes are coming back, so get ready. It's going to be interesting to say the least. I like these costumes. These are really good. I think I own all of them at this point, because I know I'm not missing those. I'm not missing them for the world. Because it's one thing to have, an event where we talk about the intricacies of racism and cars and stuff like that. We have even bigger news. We have the Chapter 23 update event. So we get achievement missions clearing easy, medium, hard on, main Chapter 23. It's been a long time without you, my friend. But I'm going to tell you all about it when I read it again, because now we're getting an update, and it's gems, gotcha coins, friend emblems. That's okay at best. What really brings in the boys to the yard is the fact that we now have Clone Murasaki. They're using this costume in the story literally 5 years after it's been introduced, and we're getting Clone Yukikaze 5 years after she's been introduced. They're finally doing something with these characters. It just took that long. Were these boys cooking? Let's hope so, because the clones arc is going to be interesting to say the least. Because we were talking about this, it's like they had I think it was last week, and how we had the VR costumes are effectively part of the Clone Saga too. So it's like we have Murasaki, Yukikaze, Asagi, Rin, Micah. There's 3 other characters from what I remember, but to say the least, it's this is really the big part about it. We have 2 legacy characters that have been in the game forever, and hopefully they have representation in Chapter 23 outside of just being thematically being just eye candy for the situation. Because I guess we're going away from the China side of things, or maybe we are actually going to still be in the China arc, and we're going to be taking a look at this. There's a lot to unfold. It really is. It's Yukikaze's on her back. That's a pretty common situation for her, and Murasaki's about to split someone's head open. Another common situation. So to say the least, it's Chapter 23. I think things are going to take a turn, because here we can Astaroth, because she just got hers recently. Astaroth, they've kind of upped their game a little bit, because when we read the event, the intimacy scene for the supporter, it certainly took a much more violent and cohesive turn compared to something like another one. This is honestly kind of cracked, bros. It's super cool. So Chapter 23, we are going to be this is coming the 18th, so it's halfway through the month. So we will certainly be doing a thing for that when it comes out. But if you could even think that they're going to go Chapter 23, it's a new chapter, we're getting an update. They literally raised the bar one step higher. Mirabelle Bell herself. Someone who has been requested literally since day fucking 1. I still remember people asking about her, and now she's here. She's going to be this is our limited supporter for the month. It lasts. Let me scroll down. It lasts the entire duration. But there you go. It's honestly crazy to say the least. It's I really, really hope she's a protect machine. They already have her supporter up in the first place, and she releases next week. So I'm gonna be checking that out for sure. Well, at least we'll open it up on the Twitter page and find the post about it, because that thing it's pretty sick to say the least. I hope she keeps her hard suit. That's honestly it's one of the best things about her. So it lets her be a machine and keep human characteristics. Who knows? Maybe she'll be the first dual racial unit, machine and human. Because we all know Emily's a human. But she's considered a machine. It's like, what's this gonna be? I like this. I like what she's got going on. This isn't like the big donger version of her. This is like the original Tabba one that they've had. So she's our big old fat troop commander who's brown as can be. We're getting some color on the team, that's for sure. I can appreciate this. This is nice. This is like they are really just like upping the stakes for this entire month. It's like we're getting a renewal, we're getting a new chapter, we're getting a long time requested character. And the thing is, it's like this is limited. This is limited. But the next thing is this. This is Lightning Yukikaze, the butthole punisher herself. This supporter used to be one of the most premier ones you could ever get, even at a low level at 1.5, because you would be able to use it for what's it called? For farming gold dailies. Because of this introduction of the supporter in the first place, they introduced random times between like a certain value of enemies to spawn in. So it causes this no longer to chain, or it's extremely hard to chain at this point and almost impossible in some circumstances because of the duration. Because like when you'd use the active, it would do it on kill, and then it would reactivate again. Pretty insane to say the least. But now power creep is well and surpassed the supporter, so it's like you can clear the thing in seconds. And besides, now we have Emily and Shisui, who are the better auto characters in the first place, and would surpass a supporter. But mechanically, it's like, you know, she's part of a one of those supporter sets. The most important thing about this, though, is that we now have 2 limited supporters running at the same time, both one in the Clone Saga and one also for a limited character. This is now creating a sort of dissonance between like, okay, this is a supporter that has been ran in the past a long time ago. This is a new supporter. So what does that say? This says in the fact that like we could either have one, a waifu wars competition where we have Yukikaze. It's like the Battle of the Browns, the Cleveland Browns system. They're going to the Super Bowl, so we're just gonna have them compete with each other. Yukikaze versus Mirabelle. It's a pretty like, you know, low stakes competition, but we already know how it would turn out. Who knows? Maybe this would be like the second time in the game when they release 2 characters at once. Now that would be certainly something, because that would be upping the schedule, just like they did like in the very beginning of the game, where they had a release every single month. Can you believe that? I certainly couldn't. Well, I certainly can, because I'll just do it anyways. I can tell you this much: I've never used the supporter outside of like the exploit it did in the beginning until it got patched out. I've never seen this used in any capacity. It just doesn't. Why not in the anniversary? Just why not have it? It gives interesting stuff. It keeps people interested. Because anniversary is literally like 7 months away. They have a lot of time in between there, so it's like they do this at like summertime. I hope Mirabelle gets in, because it's like what? The options would be a waifu war to exist, to have both at the same time. They have one character release in the first half of the month and the other in the second half. That would be just way too taxing for the most part. That just seems so crazy. It's like yeah, you have one character released for gems and the other releases for paid at the same time. It would be honestly like the craziest thing, to say the least. I wouldn't like that, but I wouldn't put it past them. I want Mirabelle to be the playable. I don't like Yukikaze. She kind of sucks. So I want a character that has been requested. I like her. I like her a lot. She's very pretty. And she's like the big serious archetype of, you know, she's big super commander mommy that everybody loves. So I can dig it. That's something really cool. I like characters who have armored hard suits. So having her just playing Titanfall on the field would be like, that would be a dream for me. That'd be a dream come true. No more Yukikaze, please. I can understand. I know she's there, but it's like I don't want her there. But if you ever have any just like literally pick up one copy of her for the support, so you can get the formation done, and that's about it, because they have never reran this before. And it's like, what's there to it? We'll talk about more about the supporters when we get to the Twitter page, because they got the information for that. Well, at least for Mirabelle up. We already know what this looks like. We can take a look at her later. So next up is the Golden Pass. Next we have Racist Kiara. Now we get to see what she looks like, you know, without all the funny clothes and everything like that, with the official iOS censoring. You know, you gotta love it. I don't know if you can take off the little the short shorts he has there. Maybe that was like, okay, you can't do that. You have to make her put some pants on. At least it's the bare minimum. Like, look at that. She's absolutely enormous. Like, she's as big as her mom, and she's as big as, like, the actual correct art she's supposed to be. But, like, this is certainly a better costume than what we got for Rinko. As much as I enjoy Rinko herself, it was not worth justifying the massive expense that a Golden Pass would be. So it's like, I can dig it. This is a nice costume. I may have to pick it up because I certainly do love the racism set. It's a really good one. I love the way it looks. I have, I think, all the costumes thus far. So it's like, so she would join Emily. Emily's was in a Golden Pass too, and so was Kiara's. So now the queens of the pass are going. Now I guess Kiara wanted to take back the reins as queen of the pass, because it's like, what, I think like 4 outfits for her are pass exclusive, and they're really hard to get in the first place, and they've never been reran too. So it's just like, you're kind of fucked if you don't have that. Truly a fear of missing out taking hold. But yeah, if you like Miss Icy Hot, go ahead and pick her up. I certainly will. But now we have a new story event, cool new event over here we're gonna farm. It's called it starts next week. I'll last the entire month. Destination Gosha. Destination Gosha ETA to be determined. This I know this reads better when they have it in the correct setting, but it's like : I think I need to get like a proctologist to take a look at this, because there's like this colon is like expanded all over the place. But this one is we got Samurai, we got what is it, Ronin Spica. I think they released the info of what the supporter is, but it's not free invincibility Spica. And to say the least, it's certainly they have certainly, what is it called? Spica has been power crept. It's not a surprise. It's like invincibility is no longer the meta, if you could actually believe that. But it's like timing out certainly does count, and she actually and Spica, at least in her current form, does that pretty well. I hope they may make Spica a playable character in the future, because what is she? She does bubbles and stuff. That'll be just like a fun idea to use. At least I think so. But she's got like the Micah situation going on. She's got her funny boots, and she's got like, you know, she maintains her armor, but she's got what is it? That's it. She's like a Yojimbo. She's literally just straight. She dressed like Yojimbo. If you've ever seen that movie, it's really good. So like Yojimbo has his revolver. He's a nomad that goes from town to town solving problems and trying to get fed. He's got it. All he has is his sword and his gun. He's there to solve problems. I wonder if this. Since I've seen the movie, it's like, okay, is the event where one person gets captured, and then it's like they have to play both gangs against each other to destroy themselves, so they can extract the kidnapped person through the confusion, because that's how the movie goes, and it's really good. That story's been done a lot, so it's really nice. Other than that, we have another repeat that's coming out about the middle of the month. We have Concerto of Red and Crimson. We got Ashigai Yasuna. This one I think is the... What is it? No, this isn't the one where you get like the healing effect. Every time you heal, it does like a 125% damage. This is the extra... This is the free extra drop rate supporter character. So... You can actually now, well, you can't run to the same supporter at once, but now you can have, what is it? You can now have, oh my God, it's, what's the cat? It's Mercy. You can have Mercy, and you can have Yasuna together, and they can make your drops just like all day, every day. You're gonna get the boost. Like, I think hers is considered a separate boost too. So you would have like, what's it called? It's in characters. It is it's the drop rate boost, because that's when those roll and hit. That's one type of boost. And then you have Mercy, that's another boost, and then you have Yasuna, that's another boost too. And at the same time, you'll also have if you have the Hebishika, that's another boost too. So you can just have effectively like double or triple drops if things go your way. Really, really good stuff. That's a farming efficiency right there. So if you miss it the first time around, you can be just that little bit more efficient, just that little bit more. Also, she's like the gambler type. So if you were, I guess it's like, well, you can't be playing this game and not be a fan of like gambling in some aspect. Well, you don't actually have to be you don't have to gamble very well. You just gotta know how to use your resources correctly to get what you want. But enough about Yasuna. We need to talk about a person who jumped dimensions and ended up in Action Taimanin. We need to talk about the newest package that's about to come out for Azusa. This is the Blade Dancer package. I wouldn't be surprised at all if, well, actually, we're gonna do a little thing later. We're gonna open up Photoshop and we're gonna make the funny meme comparing her to Anbi Demara from Zenless Zone Zero. Wow, that's a game we play on here too. I guess we gotta play it too. We'll take suggestions on how we want to make our funny meme and post it to the Twitter page. That's fun. But it's called Blade Dancer. Mayakashi Maboroshi gems. So you get the supporter, which is for Sword Dance Azusa, Mayakishi Maboroshi. I don't remember what these mean. It's like, because when I was reading Higurashi, they had, it's like Onigoroshi, like Matsuri Bayashi. They mean something. It's like demon killing dance or something. It's like sword dance or something, whatever. I don't know. What I know is that it's like I don't know how this is going to turn out, because Azusa's normal supporter is just it's a penetration booster and speed, which is really nice for her. She doesn't really use that in blue. However, every other character who uses blue when we fight humans and uses it as a human, yeah, it's really nice. 22% more penetration. Molto pene. Very good stuff. I just really like the funny comparison we're going to make. Like, oh, dude, it's literally Anbi. It's literally Anbi. There's like no ifs, ands, buts about it. The silver hair, the visor, because like Anbi's Soldier Zero, the green, the black. Azusa doesn't use electricity, nor does she use fire or ice, but it's like the comparison is there, even down to the shoes. We're gonna make fun of this. It's an easy target, but we're gonna do it anyways. I like this though. This is a good costume. This is what I wish Anbi wore in Zenless in the first place. But I digress. We'll have to wait and see on let me scroll down. On the 18th. Ugh. On the 18th of the month, once the first 2 weeks have passed, we'll see how this turns out. I like this. I really do. Oh yeah. I wonder what the color change for these costumes are going to be, because they certainly this looks nice. It's the light green and black. It looks like she's like a bottle of Monster or something. Who knows? This feels like a racing costume, but it's more or less for the cyberpunk look, or like Digimon Cyber Sluts, like the design right out of there. All right. Next up, we got to go to more packages that get introduced. Once we have Azusa at the same time, we need to have Blue Lady Akiyama Rinko. This is a supporter and a weapon I know everybody has forgotten about. It's also one of it's one of Rinko's really nice looking sets. I love the classy, the floral, the flurry looking dress. It's a really good look. It's a good look for Rinko. The weapon is the only thing. It's like it benefits Mugen Hoe. So it's like, all right, you can make the balls a little better. This weapon sucked when it came out, and it's probably still gonna suck now. It cannot be helped. The outfit is like the best thing about this. It really is. The supporter is not good. The weapon isn't good. This is like the second. This is actually like what, our second or third package weapon. Nothing will beat Shosu. Nothing will. It's like they literally cooked the first time because it's just so perfect. It's skill damage. It's double cast on her strongest skill. Like, how can you say no? Moving on. Oh, it's her. Yeah. Yukikaze reruns again. You can get a nice weapon for her. It's Shaman Yukikaze and Kaguratsutsu, Tsusunari and Gem. You can make her strong. Cool. It's not that great of a. It's a pretty nice supporter for like defensive capabilities, but it's too spread out to be useful. Even when you want to use Yukikaze, you're going to use blue, and you're going to use her probably to just wear down your opponents through breaking armor. Because main isn't good. Main is green Yukikaze good. But Yukikaze has a tough time finding a home in some places unless you're really willing to put your stick your neck out there for Yabuta. Moving on. Now we have an outfit that I actually do like. We got Band Kurenai. These are another set of weapons and supporters that aren't that good. Because this is compared to the Chucky set, because the Chucky set weapons is the supporter for the Chucky set is really good because it benefits getting hurt in some capacities. This benefits her tornado move, and it released before her renewal, so it kind of sucked, and it still kind of sucks now. This is like, if you ever played Blue Archive, this is effectively the Irie band and like the other ones that come from like the rock and roll group or whatever it's called. It's not Chigusa, whatever it is. It's this. It's a cool look. It reminds me of like Jessica from Umineko when she does the School Culture Festival song. That's really cool. I wonder if that's like the main inspiration behind it. I'd believe it, to say the least. It looks like downright similar to her. But it's like you get one-time school band, Pure Heart, and Gems. They gave out, this is one of the supporters they also gave out for free. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody use it because it's just too niche to do anything with. It really is. But if you like Kurenai that much and you want to get that for her, go right ahead. She's waiting there for you to ready to rock and roll. Next up, we're going to be looking at... We were just talking about Racism Emily earlier, and now she's back. Because she was a Golden Pass costume, and it's one of Emily's best, to say the least. She's like, look, nobody's going to be taking her umbrella because it's got her name on it. I wouldn't be surprised if Emily was so vain she put her face on it. This is like one of the moments where I realized that, wow, people really like Emily, and they know just how much of a moneymaker she is. Because I think Emily has like one of the highest amounts of costumes in the game, and they're almost all paid. She never gets anything free. They know where the money's at with her. They really like her. Though I kind of feel like it's kind of astroturfed in some capacity, because like other characters who were introduced in previous games, they like when I go to X Hentai or something, I'll go look for like, oh, we got Asagi books, Ingrid books, all those Yukikaze and Sakura books. I found one book exactly for Emily. And this game has been out for 5 years. And it's not even exclusively about Emily. It's about Emily and Shiranui. The first half of the book is Emily, and the second half is for Shiranui. It's the art was nice, to say the least. It's not my type of thing, though. I think it's like it was a lot of like feet content. It's like it was like a naughty nurses situation because Miss Gemily Simmons, she does that very well. Regardless, they bring back Racist Ina because they're doing all the costumes in here for some reason. I would think they would do this for like in May for like the Indy 500 because that's like, it's like what, the Super Bowl for like domestic racing. I wonder if there's like a big racing event that happens usually in March in Japan, which makes me question it because it's like, why rerun this now? Maybe there's like a cultural thing I'm missing. The AT is not recognized. You fucking know it, dude. Nobody makes anything for like Nagi, and people make things for Lapis and Emily. They do that for sure. But for those joining the stream now, we're going over the newsletter. There's a lot going on there, and we've gotten through the story update. We're getting through the character renewal, supporters that are going to be re-released, and all that sort of stuff. We just got past costumes. Well, certain like new packages and repeat packages. New packages. We're getting the repeat packages now because we have Racist Ina. She's going to be appearing in the second half of the month. This, I think, was a Golden Pass costume too, because it's a package costume, or I think it was no, it wasn't Desire, was it? Because it's in a package. It's one of the two. But you know, it's Ina like that. It's like we have. I'll show you what all the costumes look like too. So then, well, it's the wrong way, girls. And then we of course have Racist Murasaki. She comes back. This is like one of her best costumes for sure. It's a Kagami original too, so it's like they got it out there and it looks really nice. One of my favorites for sure. It's like one of the only costumes I ever use from Murasaki because it's the only one that I like. That and AX10R, her big Xenosaga robot costume, the one where she looks like Cosmos. Never forget Xenosaga. Never ever forget. That was 3 games that don't have an HD collection. Use that money, use that Coomer money you made with like fucking shit Monolith Soft. I want those 3 games on there. I want improvements to 2, damn it. Because 1 and 3 were fun. They didn't have to fuck up 2 so hard. But I digress. Now here's a package that I've certainly been looking forward to. We talked last week about how, oh man, we've never seen anyone, like these girls never get these packages in a long time. Well, guess what? Kurenai, when we were using her last week, her half vampire package hasn't ran in like forever and a day. But now you can get it back again. When she transforms into her, she lets the darkness take over her heart like it's goddamn Kingdom Hearts. And she gets to like let her vampire powers out. So it's the half vampire package. So that's actually a nice one. I may pick that up myself because Kurenai, they've treated Kurenai really well. So I imagine it's like, okay, they may be doing something in the future with her more often. But it's like, hey, the more stuff they do with the character, that means they're going to get increased relevancy and they're going to get good stuff, which I like to see. However, it also took like, what? A year of setting her up. It shouldn't take a year of setup for a legacy character like Kurenai. Where can you read this stuff? You can't ever find it because they don't ever do a very good job of actually like telling you about this. It's like a word of mouth situation because they have very antiquated ways of doing these things. You have to go to their website and sign up for the newsletter. Better yet, I'll just open it up myself. I need to go to, I'll just go to contacts. Faku. Where is it? Where's Coupon? I don't want to go to character. I don't want to go to character. It should be here because they updated their website. There it is. Want to know the latest news? Subscribe to McGee Magazine. Let me go. Where is it? Want to know the latest news? You go over here. It's like, there it is. There's the link. That link will take you to their website where you can sign up for the magazine, and they put it right in your email. I have no idea why they keep doing that. I really wish they wouldn't, because it's like, it is just so hard for people to find it. And then you wonder, like, people are wondering, like, well, how do you know this? Where do you get this information? It's like, it's sent to my email. All right, so enough about Kurenai. We've got some new costumes instead of all these old ones we got to take a look at. Because race season is certainly upon us, among us even, we've got new race costumes. If you can believe it. We've got ourselves Eleanor, Saika, and of course Kanazuki Sora. She's gotten literally two new costumes in the last 6 months. The last time they started really amping up the costume count for characters who traditionally haven't got a lot of support, they get a pretty goddamn good renewal. So here's that. It's like we got Sora. We got racist Sora now. Can you believe it? She's got her little radar gun. She's got the hearts, the thong. She's got the funny holster. It's like, wow, don't get caught under her, boys. And she's even got her little volumetric, like, hearing triangles. It's like, what did she do with her ears? We don't know. So she's got, like, the buns, too, from that. It's like, fantastic. I can only imagine what kind of colors these are going to be. She's still got her tail, though, so if you're not too much a fan of the Kimono Mini stuff, they probably have a toggle for that. I wish they gave her more tails. Show off that power, girl. In other news, though, we have Eleanor gets another costume. No surprise there. Big fat brown elf getting more stuff. Like to see it. She's got her super sleek racism powers there. So it's like, man, you can hardly believe it. And look at that stuff. You can even see where the clasp is together right there. It's a piece of steel. Insane stuff. It's a great look for her. It's classy, but not too trashy. But on the other hand, we've got Saika. Saika loves to show it off, and we all know that for sure. She's got a gigantic fat ass that makes like fucking bariatric surgeons just foam at the mouth looking at that thing. They want to get all that shit out there. We got super fast action Taimanin. That's like the first time I've ever seen like really them put like branding on the clothes. Actually, no. They've done this for other costumes as well. It's like, you gotta love it. It's a classical race girl costume too, because some of them it's like, you know, oh, they wear like the skin suit or like the zip up one or whatever. Hers is just like a tube top and like the pants. So it's like it's traditional. Tradition. Called my ass Fiddler on the Roof and the way we're looking at her ass, because it's like, oh, I want to make some traditions with that one. And of course, with one set of racism, we have to have the other. We're bringing them back, everybody. We have the top 4 big racists of the entire season. We've got Queens of Racing back. We've got Micah. We got Rin, her best costume. We got Rinka, one of her best too, and racist Shizuru. You gotta love it. One of my favorite costumes. I use it all the time. That and besides the classic gold bikini. Well, no, it's gold. It's actually red. I just color this like, I usually color these in like in black or like anything like sleek and fast, because there's no flatties here. They let it all hang out for the race team. I'm just glad they threw Sora a bone and let her have something nice. Oh yes, I can believe it's gonna be like when Micah gets her upgrades, because those tits are for free. These are gonna be a new set of outfits and reruns for the Spring Herald set. So we have, you know, what is it, at the beginning of the month, we have I think the first 3 outfits are being ran. We'll have to check costumes again, and then we have like, what is it? We have Kurenai. These are all reruns. So, and I think I have most of these in the first place. Everybody besides Oboro's. So there you have it. It's like these will be running probably at the same time as the race costumes too. So it's just double duty on the gems. I think most people will probably end up picking themselves up. Maybe not these. I like these for the traditional look. It's a very classy look. We got to go from class. We have the nice contrast of classy to a little bit trashy, because these 3 will run during the middle of the month to beginning of April, which is nice. It's like we got Race Asuka, we have Race Lena. This is one of my favorites too, because they actually put like I think this one says Ingrid on it too. We'll take a look, because like I think I have all of these in the first place. This is actually my favorite costume for Oboro, the race one, because it's like it is such a good look for her, and also it comes with a helmet, so I don't have to look at Oboro, and that's a big plus. I don't want to look at her. I understand what she does mechanically for my team, but I'd really rather not see her. It's like, and besides, she's a Mercedes-Benz driver. Dude, we're a BMW house, okay? Please yourself. And last but not least, but we have the Spring Heralds that run for the last 2 weeks of the last week of March into early April. Can you believe that? We already got the stuff for April coming out already. And the thing is, like 4/8. That means it's that is when the next character will release. April 8th. So prepare yourself. It's going to be another cool week. Because it's like, I guess. It's, if you like it, you like it. But it can't let me scroll down any further, but we got a coupon code. It's a 7U3CYJDX25. Yes, it looked. I was gonna say that time of verse. It reminds me completely about Celti from Durara. Onsen ticket 6 times 4. So if you haven't redeemed the code, there you go. There's the Onsen episode. You're gonna love it. Really great stuff. That's what I like to see, at least. Put that one up there for the Titslets one. Well, we're playing the Titslets game, so we'll check that out. All right, well, where's Obes? Okay, let's go back to the game. Because I put it back to the checking that. So let's see. Open the game. And there we go. Awesome, and we're back to it. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to the best way to look at these is, well, let's first do this. The best way to look at costumes is through the store, because they always have it. You can't sort by categories for some reason inside the game itself. Oh, I think we're actually really close too. Let's do this. Let's remember to get Foxy Grandma leveled up that little bit more, because it's still Affinity Gift bonus time, so don't miss out. Oh my god, we're short. Feck it. Wow, that's 1,000 points. Hooray, we did it. We got Grandma to 20. That's my second character at 20 in the first place. I love Foxy Grandma. She's the best. Sure, she's not like the most mechanically amazing character, but she's so much fun to play. Much more fun than someone like Azusa or something. I am totally not biased by her gigantic fat tits and her enormous ass and how she knows how to throw it back. Call her ass a private because she knows how to throw that grenade ass back. BP plus 2 and EXP plus 30. Kinda not worth it, but whatever. We need the Onsen episode special. Hello, Lena. That's her costume that gets reran. Okay, let's go to the store. Costumes. So we got Battle Tards. Yeah, I don't have the one for Yukikaze, and I don't think I have the one for Oboro. I think I got everybody else's though, because that's the one that's running right now. Because, oh yeah, they didn't even say that they were going to rerun the one for Asagi, because that was an entire package weapon. That thing costs like $35 to get, and I don't think they've ever reran it yet. Because it's like once you buy the costume, you can't check like what the date of it is. But it's like at that point, it's what can you do? What do I use for Natsu? I like using I like to use red because it's just like it's she doesn't really deal a lot of damage outside of green. Because green really makes a difference for her. Like her limited weapon is actually like it's good for her. However, like we've talked about this before, it's honestly just okay at best because she has a choice between making one move crit every couple of seconds to do like a big hit, and it's like it has like niche. It's too niche. It's just to say the least. It's too niche to be useful. The weapon is Like I've got some like, you know, some pretty nice ponage. Yeah, bringing that back. Where we got some ponage in the arena because of her ability to just like insta crit and like destroy somebody. However, it doesn't work out if someone uses it insta kill or something. Invincibility, that's it. Who's this missing? Oh, I'm missing Sora's because I didn't want to buy it. I remember I got this because I needed. I think this is like because you didn't have any options to just pick it out. So it's like they didn't have a gem option when these first came out, so I had to pick hers because it's like it just wastes space in my inventory. A lot of these do because a lot of the Taimanin costume, the idol costumes, they don't. I think like a few more characters. Oh, what? What happened on stream? Oh, they had a connection problem. Because I just looked at it over there, and I just had like 7,000 dropped frames. So it I don't know. This always happens about the same time. It's probably like, yeah, the bit rate is like fluctuating a lot. I mean, I can figure out, I can understand why too, because I'm doing this right now. My roommate's doing stuff on his computer too, so it's probably like creating bandwidth issues. I should probably end up doing these earlier. Because they turn out, it's like these already have like DVR equipped to them in the first place. They should. Oh, that's right. They don't put on the costumes that like aren't like limited right now. What is it? Because like the race set is like until it comes back like turned on, you won't be able to see it. So let's see who has costumes. So let's change everybody into their race costumes, guys. I need your help. I need you to help remind me about who all has race costumes currently, so we can put them on every character. Because I know Asuka has hers. I remember that. Could be a racist Asuka. What did I give her? Yeah, I gave her a custom color because I wanted her to look like a Hatsune Miku. I remember that. I think we actually colored this on stream. Because it's one of the later racing costumes, the second generation. So they gave it the reflective metal texture for it. It's a great look. It's a great look for Asuka. She's got to let her hair down. Oh, it's like, well, we have racist Lena. I like this costume for her, though. It's one of my favorites. She gets so many cool costumes. She's one of my favorite characters. I really like her. She's like a Asuka in that aspect. It's like, I like her. She's fun. She's a fun character. She's as soon as I saw that she was in the game, she was like, I instantly went and got this costume. There's no reason not to have it. It's so perfect. You can get it in the same color as her. It's so good. I don't know what I was trying to do with this. I tried to get white so it could look like Worm Knight, but that didn't turn out. Weird. Where's the Worm Knight costume, Grammary? I want that one. Where is this one? Oh, it says Ingrid. That's right. Because it's a second generation costume. There it is. It's like it's the texture is like crushed to bits. So but it says Ingrid on there. I love that. I love it so much. Look at that. You know what that says right there? Fucking absolute queen. Yes, sirree. Do I have any custom colors for on this? Yes. Oh, I remember this one. Now she looks like fucking Bernice. Oh yeah, they're rerunning Bernice and Zenless. I don't know if I'm gonna pick her up or not. I don't like her, so it's like, well, you can give her twin tails. You can take her normal hair. It's so much fun. I love Lena. She's such a fun character. So it's Bora, Lena, Rena. Obora, Lena, Rin, Shizuru, Rinko, Emily, and then in the future it's going to be it's what is it? Tits McGee, drone shooter. Ina Titchester. What is the costumes I'm missing for her? This I'm never gonna get, and I know I missed this because money was like tight at that point. Because I don't think I ever picked up her weapon in the first place. Dude, Micah is gonna be freaking huge when like next week rolls around. Like, look at this right now. She's already enormous. This thing. She goes from being here to like out here. She's gonna be like as big as grandma at this point. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome, man. Did I give you a custom color? I did. This one's my favorite because she looks like a bottle of Castrol GTX. Let's see. Shizzy got hers. I know that. Oh, I'm missing Battle Tard version. I don't have that. That's a permanent though, so I wasn't too worried about it. I keep forgetting about Phantom Rose. I really do. I wish this got the same costume update that Shiranui got. It updates previous costumes too. I only ever used Summer Blossom in the first place. It's just so good. It's so simple, yet so good. Oh yeah, I got her the purple one. She's got 2 gigantic plums hanging off of her chest. It's like I'm playing with Shun from fucking Blue Archive. Let's see. Astaroth doesn't have hers. Emily will have hers. We'll get to hers. Ingrid does not. Sadly, Asiago doesn't. Where was I talking about? Yeah, this is a costume that is not been almost 2 years old at this point too. It's not that great of a look for her, but it's just like it's like one of those. It's a classy and to trashy sort of thing. Like we have. Like, is it so hard to remove the sarong? Is it really that much? Though I still like Officer Good and Sexy for Asagi. Fentanyl doesn't have hers. Azusa is just gonna turn into Anby literally in 2 weeks. You would think they would give one to Francis too. She would fit the bill for that. Hibiko doesn't. Eleanor's gonna get hers. That's certainly one to pick up. I think the only costume I ever use for Eleanor is this, because I got this color for the costume the first try. Like I got it's this flesh tone. It matches her, and it's like it fits in with her character. It's like that is so nice. There's literally no other color that works for this besides this one. It's just so perfect. It last reran in 2023, so we're going to be approaching 2 years. Because I remember that costume. We did a stream with that one. And we did a stream for it. And I showed it off. And I think I remember saying like a similar thing about that too. And how it's just quite literally okay at best. But it's because I remember it appeared at a weird time. Grits, what does it say in terms of like when it was ran on like a month? Because I think it was like in May. It was in May of that year, because it was outside the time frame for the Spring Herald set. Because I was like, why are they running that in like they're running in like May or June or something? It just felt weird. I like this costume though, I really do. Because I'm a different breed. I don't like the womb tats. They look kind of trashy and look really shitty sometimes. We don't have enough high fidelity skin to look at this to make it look nice. They ran this twice and I still don't have it. Like both times they put this out there, I've never gotten it. Is because it's like I just did not care at that point. Yeah, they reran the supporter for this, but they haven't got the costume. I was honestly okay with that. It's okay at best. It's cool looking, but it didn't really wow me. Elven Maid is like right out of an RPGX one, but it's like this is the second time they've done it. They know it's a moneymaker, so I know they'll bring that back. Let's see. Denied renewal for Felicia again. Who came out? Did Micah come out before Felicia? Because if it's like... Because if that's because like Felicia was, I think she was the February release 3 years ago. Because I still remember doing stuff for Felicia and when she came out. Because it's like we're gonna use Felicia today too, because this is another character that I really like for debuff extension. Because Felicia can do that. She does bad all by herself. Like I love that little fucker so much. Micah was after. That sucks. Literally the only reason that people remember Felicia is because of New Year Felicia's supporter, because it's such a busted and important supporter for like offense and defense and support. It's like you can't. It's one of those like you can't get any better than that. You really can't. But that Asagi outfit was from March. It's what is it? Was it released in 2023 or is it was the first release in March of 2022? Because that means it's been 3 years since they've done it. No, they ran it twice, and it's like I guess it didn't sell, so you're never gonna get it again. Watermelons, watermelons, watermelons. We get racist Ina. Nope, that's the wrong way. There it is. There's race queen Ina. She's even got the gamer headset on. She's going down to Gamer Bridge like fucking PewDiePie to just ruin somebody's day. You can't take off the jacket, but you can take off the headphones. Did I give you a custom color? Yes, I did. I got you in purple because it matched your outfit. If anything, I'm going to use UFS Hunter because I like that outfit so much, or Summer Eye Patch, Summer Eye Patch Wolf. Get the darkness. Eleanor and Saika will have theirs. I think it's what is that next week? I don't remember. I think it's like one of them's in the middle of the month. Oh no, it's the reruns are in the middle of the month. No, I was right. It's they're gonna be 1 week after the renewal comes out. So that week's stream will show off those. Well, it's a Santa costume. They literally come around. That is one thing you can find consistency for, is that they have reran Santa costumes all 5 years. They don't miss a beat on those. In fact, they add new ones every year. The fact that also like I think what is it? Yukikaze, Sakura, and Asagi both have two different Santa costumes was just like insane to think about. They've never reran that? Are you serious? Oboro. Oh, we already have racist Oboro on there because that's what I'm using this week. No fucking way. Oh my god. No. How? How do they do that? How have you done this? What have you done? It's literally her fucking... It's Christmas. This was literally the first anniversary of JP too. So 4 years. 4 years and they don't have a costume ever. Look at this. This like no, this came out before. Is this like I know this came out last year. Actually, the same time, too. It's about to run out as well. But it's like, man, that's horrible. They just hate her. Well, they don't hate her that much because they gave her one of the most busted renewals out there. But it's like, wow, what a pain. That sucks. Because she has what? This is her limited set. It didn't do that much for her. This is another limited set for her. I think that's about it. Oh, that's one of her Kagami original arts. You can tell because she's got the fucking Joey Wheeler chin right there. Like, bitch, like, you put a shovel overlaid on her face, you could not tell the difference. Alright, we got Racist Rin. We, of course, got to get that on there. My favorite. I love this one. This is like my favorite personal coloring for it because it got it right. It matches her tones. It fits in the racing theme. It's like it's a good. It's a molto penne. I'm surprised they didn't give Tokiko a race form. Sora will get hers. It's like if you want to redeem it, you can go right ahead, dude. I wouldn't put it past you to do something like that. Kiara has hers. And of course Emily does. Racist Emily. I didn't give her a custom color because I like this one so much. That's just crazy to think about, just like how many limited packages that Emily has. She has Lifeguard, Smug Slinger, Dermatologist, Racist Emily. These are regular just rotational packages. She has a lot of stuff. This is permanent, so I wasn't too worried about that. This is one of the hardest of costumes to acquire too. The Mummy costume, that's also a paid re-release too. Like you could get this out of a limited costume voucher too. I think I actually have one of those that can. This, I never picked it up because it's like it is ran twice, and it's like it did not wow me because I'm not too like much of an Emily guy in the first place. Call my ass Peter Griffin. I'm no Emily guy. You can change her clothes. You can take off her clothes. Wow. Look at that. She can't see. It's like I can't see without my glasses. Okay, there we go. They have no lenses in them. Why am I calling the racing costumes the racist costumes? Because I'm a big fan of racing. Shout out to all my true racists out there. That's the whole point of that. It's stupid. Rinko has hers. I think Rinko has hers. I picked that up at some point. Yeah, because the only one I don't have is a Secret Gift and Heavenly Moonflower in terms of limiteds. This one's rough too. That's messed up. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's part of the joke. Let's see. Yeah, because I did not get this. It did not wow me. Ringo's another character who has like a ton of limited content. There she is. Because I know this was limited. This one was limited too. I think this was this one a Golden Pass costume? I can't remember. I know obviously that's limited. It's regular. That's from the Blue Lady set. We're literally gonna have this rerun, and I don't think a soul is gonna pick that up. Anything that's not fucking the Ito Grandmaster set, that nobody's gonna get. This one's nice too. This one I think was Golden Pass as well because it's not in the general rotation. Did I give you that? Oh yeah, I got this one because it's like it gave her like the black pink look. It's like nice. Thanks, Rinko. And then I got Racist Murasaki. She would not hesitate to drop the N-word, I could say that much. What did Murasaki have any limited costumes that haven't come back? No, she had Dark Torrent. I did not get that, of course. New Year Mitsuki. That did not run. That didn't run this year either. 3 years between the two of them. Holy shit. I guess we gotta wait another like 3 years for it to come back again. It's coming out on that occasion. But I guess that will come back. I guess Murasaki's costumes really do. Really, Murasaki's costumes, guess they sell. Because I remember for the longest time they would run AX1 like all the time, and I know I didn't get Immortal Vacation. I just didn't care. Let's see, because they have Yue Zakura. That's another favorite of mine. There we go. Got it in black. I think this one is the first one of the first costumes to ever get like the what do they call that? What do they call that stuff? It's the reflective texture, like the one they use for metals. Oh, I think I wanted this one specifically in a darker blue. You can take her hat off. You can put the hat back on. She looks like Sayori from Blue Archive. Oh, this one's green. Because I was trying to get black. I wonder if we can try it. We've got 3,000 of them. Were some costumes removed from the costume voucher? I don't think they get exactly removed. They just put them in like a different... They just assign different ones to each one of those things. I'm literally going to end up making the same costume again. It's literally, it's the default one, just darker. That's all I wanted. Because I don't even think it can roll a black. Why can't they just make it like, all right, for 100 dies, you can just roll directly. Like, you can just pick directly what color you want. We have to gamble for colors. You have 11 different types of vouchers. I'm in the same boat. They keep clogging up my inventory and I don't use them because I already have them in the first place. So it's like, I could use them for gems, but I really don't. Those are the type of items I save for like when something important, really important comes out. Like Mirabelle. Mirabelle is going to be releasing, and that's going to be that's big fat news. That's super news. I think I had like every girl's early costume. There might be missing some. There's some costumes. It's like the Rinko one, the one that hasn't been reran like forever. That I don't think has ever been included in one of those vouchers. No, wait, I think it has. It's just that I chose a different costume. They won't put paid costumes in there, that's for sure. I mean, if there's options where I can like... We'll use that, the toothpaste colored one. Emergency piggy banks for the cost of inventory. It's... You're not wrong. Some of them, I've done that a couple of times. Monetizing storage? Are we playing the same game, dude? Who else has race costumes? Because I think there's like a few. I think I got everybody. We got Murasaki, we got Rinko, we got Oboro, we got Rin. Sora's gonna have hers. Aina has hers, Eleanor and Psycho will. Let's see. You would think Asagi would get one. You know, we haven't gotten an Asagi costume in a long time. I know she has like the most costumes out of any character, but come on, people. What are we supposed to do? I want to dress my Almighty in some better clothes, thank you. It's like, please. Please. Shizuru's got hers. Micah, Lena, and Asuka. I'm pretty sure we got everybody. They're all dressed to kill, to say the least. Oh, Emily, too. Not racist Emily. We got racist Emily. Because I'm about to cap my inventory again. Because I was getting ready to erase some stuff. Like, just crunch them up into materials. But then I remembered Golden Pass is about to come back next week. And, like, I'm not going to lie. One of the most annoying features about it is that, like, you have to upgrade the skill level of a weapon or a supporter. So it's like you just take, like, roll trash and just, like, use that for it. It's annoying, to say the least. Like, here I am in the same boat. I have a bunch of these. It's like I have these items. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't gain or lose any of the of those. It's like I have 2 years worth of fucking Holy Knight weapons. What am I supposed to do with that? I only used Candy Saber because I wanted the one for Ingrid. Summer Vacation Special 1. That's literally from like the first year too. Why can't they make more Summer Vacation weapons? Butterfly weapon, I kept that one because that's from the arena. I don't ever get rid of anything because there's always at some point I end up using it. Like these though, I never use them. Can anybody remember the last time they ever sat down and said, I'm going to use a Magatama Gacha ticket instead of just running time attack like 5 times? These have literally taken up space for me since day one. Like the SR ticket, that has a use. The weapon, those do too. Like they can roll for UR weapons, but it's just not happening. Yeah, I got yeah, I had 5 butterfly vouchers for Azusa because I wanted her weapon for it, and it was worth it. It really was. It was awesome. It's her best weapon. It's super fun to use. And now I can get more copies for other people because it's only for like 5 characters and that's it. Nobody else is shared with Rinko yet, but it's like everybody like, where is it? Nope. I haven't used this. I've never used it because I have no point of using it in the first place. Now I have 2 copies of Snake God. I can actually just fodder those. Here it is. Here's limited costume. From 1 to... oh, these are from like the beginning of the game. Like all the way up to Noah. They sold them in the VR shop for 5,000 VR points each. That's the one with the Oboro skin. Like this is another one that's like I have most of these, or I just don't care to get them for other characters. So it's like that's like a 10 roll right there. That's for Mirabelle right there. That's the Mirabelle fund. Because I use these for something else. Oh, I have 2 ultimate weapon Qs. Where did I get those? Because this is from, wow, this is all the way back from when, what's-her-face, when Phantasma released. These are always just nice to keep around. This is from Kiara's Renewal. What does this do again? Oh, yeah, this one. 15% chance to freeze enemies for 5 seconds. So I guess this is like, proto... No, it's not proto deep freeze because deep freeze keeps the frozen status for 3 seconds, no matter how many times you hit them. When attacking the frozen enemies, restores 2 HP, lost HP every second for 3 seconds, and increases speed every 10 seconds. God, this thing sucks. This one's nice though. I like that. Secret Princess. Yeah, that's Kiara's heal. That's literally her only heal, and it sucks. I literally got 5 of this in like the first year of the game, and that's all the ball girls will ever use, because there is no way I'm just working my ass off to get something like that. Even then, Mugen Sukuna is just better. Fallen Heart's a really nice one too. Everybody but Kiara gets better gear. Like, Kiara herself just, like, sucks. And then you have, like, Fallen Heart and Treasure of the Ocean Deep, which are fantastic on everybody else who uses the same weapons. That works in team with Ragnarok. Well, yeah, you're striking a frozen enemy. But I don't have my own copy of Lawfrey's Drop to try that. But I've talked to Mr. Crushington about that, and that worked out. Ultimate Weapon V. This is from Asagi's when she won that. I could honestly get a full copy of Crimson Executioner. Sadly, these don't get updated into like the past form. And this would be a really nice way to get Formosan Edge too. Oh, that's right. I can get a ton of copies of Mr. Wonder Bear. Because this weapon is not slept on at all. Everybody knows it's good, but it's like in the PvE situation, it's like it's still really strong because it makes Noah, who literally became a strong character through her renewal, become ungodly powerful. She's like really nice in what's it called? Total War. She's nice in the arena. Like Noah got treated very well. She's just forgotten to time because she doesn't look like a tit cow. I like Noah because she's the contrarian choice, but she's also really cool. I forgot that Asuka got a renewal because I don't have any of these copies of the weapons. I always sit here and think about, like, when I'm going through my inventory. Yeah. Is it back? Okay, good. It must have just cut out completely then, because it's like he's over there making Discord calls as well. So it's like we're fighting a war on two fronts. Man. Because let's see, we have like revolving bat. I did not want to buy that package at all. I was not ready to support making a $35 fix for a character who should have had this thing in the first place. Like, look at this. Gains tipsy after using a skill. Increases the duration of intoxicate. It effectively doubles it. And does a 100% chance to deal 300 damage when you max it out. God, that is just such a load of shit. I hate it. I really do. It's like, why? Why couldn't this have been her regular weapon in the first place? Like, it's just like, make it, it's like, now it's just a chase material and they're never ever gonna rerun it again. Oh, I remember. I have this. Crazy how a character is fixed by a weapon. That's what happens a lot. Because the thing is, it's like, another really good example that people don't talk about a lot is Ingrid. Ingrid was just okay. She would do a lot of damage. You'd have to do a lot of setup, and it would take, like, you know, extreme amounts of investment to really just like make her pop off. And that was before her renewal. And then she has like, and then during her renewal, it's like it made her even better when she got Ignis, because Ignis took away all the difficulty. You just literally use her any skill she has, and she pops off, and it just like makes thousands and millions upon millions of damage for minimal effort. So it took down like the cost barrier of Ingrid to make her like not just like a viable usage character, but into something that's like can be used anywhere. She became not just like dependent on criticals and stuff like that. That was a nicer one, but it's also like it's a gacha specific weapon that's in general pool, so you're paying at least some extent to get there. It's just they know Francis has problems. It just really feels like they didn't test Francis very well, and then we live in like the doomed world they created with her, and she's just like incredibly mediocre, and we can't do anything about it. So literally 2 months later, when I saw that come out, I'm like, that it fixed her. It fixes so many problems she has because she does triple damage, and then the supporter has like what does the supporter do again? Like if you use them together, it's like a really devastating combo. Yeah, it increases damage dealt with melee attacks by 20 to 40% when you use a skill, and she uses that tipsy skill. She uses that the skill that gives her tipsy super often. It increases your speed by 2 to 4%. And then when you're hit, there's a 20 to 40% chance to reset the skill with the longest remaining cooldown time. Activates every 3 seconds. In the main slot, it's good. In the passive slot, it's good. It fucking solved her. Miss I Love Sex. I love myself some Francis, but I hate playing as her because she works like ass the entire time. This is the kind of outfit I wish she had in the first place. I wish I had the outfit, but I'm not going to support such fucking bullshit like this. Yeah, Ragnarok is strong on launch. She even gets the funny pay-to-win weapon. And even then, the pay-to-win weapon doesn't do that much for her. It just makes her like one rung stronger by like making her freeze just last the longer duration. And then it's just like kaboom. It's just she just is explosively high damage and has crowd control. She still isn't beating Astaroth, but you can use both together if you can believe it. I know. Because I used it in like, what is it? We did that on Machine Week, and we just showed off like how insane she really is. And then like we use it with Astaroth, and then we use it like with fucking, because you can use it with someone who has like suction, like Eleanor. Like Eleanor and then Ragnarok, you put it together, and it's like bam. You just suck enemies into the ice field, and they just shatter like glass. Amazing stuff. It's such a sad state of affairs. Oh, this is VR weapon too. This is nice because it actually gives you ooh, this is a good time to address it. I wonder if they're going to be releasing more of the VR weapon series of like for these vouchers, because we now have 6 bosses, and that means you get about 8 weeks a year that you're going to be able to get one of their weapons. So if you don't farm well or don't clear very well on certain weeks on certain stuff to like get their weapons, it's like you get 8 chances a year at this point. So I imagine they're going to start running like these weapon tickets, these weapon vouchers, so you can start picking out weapons that like, because we are now like, once Mass Taimanin finishes up her week, we won't see her for a month and a half. That's honestly crazy for me to like think about for the most part. Because it's like now we have since we have Kenkyu 2, it's like, my goodness, it's like we'll have like a simple machine. What is it? We'll have spiders, Kanaloa, the machines, and then Ingrid. No, it's Ingrid, then the machine. And I'm sure everybody knows how they feel about Ingrid. But at least it gives you a nice free copy of like Kane Blade, because that's the Cunny Blade. That's very, very professional. You get the Kane Blade, and you just like blow stuff up with Spinel all the time. That's why she's so good in Total War, because she's just gonna do like what, almost 2 times damage against the boss. If you get 5,000 coins a week there, Onion, it's 35,000 coins a week. So you only make a 5,000 coin profit every week. So if you really want to start like accumulating money, you just there's some weeks you just don't buy anything from the shop, so you can actually recover your funds. A crab blade? A hind D? Oh, I don't know. We already have the hind D weapon. Where's that? Where's the funny weapon that we got with Micah? Yeah, we got a hind D. Look, it's like a helicopter. Oh, what a perfect segue into that. First, I gotta hit the bathroom because we're gonna talk about Micah. We're gonna talk all about Micah at this point. stuff for like crystals and awakening stuff, because it's like that's what the VR mode is for, so you have a nice consistent source of being able to get those items, which I'm just fine with. That's how I've leveled up so many of these characters in the first place, is just literally plowing through VR, get my points, and just do it. Now I'm at the point where it's like I can, it's plateaued. I'm okay at this point. I can recover. Okay, let's go. I need to go find the renewal video for Micah. They are doing some serious numbers with that video. Like, let's go find it. It's new video on there. Shh, quiet, Micah. Let me go to their channel, because that's a really good way to show off the fact that it's like, okay. So let's see, their video way goes 14,000 views. So Chizuru has hers. Kurenai got hers. It took 14 with that one. I mean, Mike is not exactly the most... He's a real rough character, to say the least. Holy shit. I'm actually looking at, like, back at some of these videos that they have on here. It's like fucking Foxy Grandma's costume reveal video has like 84,000 views. Honestly, insane to say the least. So our last time, it also shows that like our last time we got a chapter update was exactly 6 months ago. Can you believe it? So renewal videos are effectively par for the course on like getting not exactly 20K, but it's like, all right, they're popping off with those. So we will go here to and go to theater mode. Let's go back here. Let's go back and go get Micah so we can go get her ready. All right. So here's the video. Let's go open up ourselves some chips. Yeah. Get that nice ASMR. Gonna love this. Yeah. I love salt and vinegar chips. I love my battery acid. So let's watch the Micah character renewal video. I'm sure everybody's got to something. I have stuff to say about it, to say the least. That's it. That's X712 Deep Impact is the name of the weapon. No, it's not corn. Yes, we're having you know, I haven't had a bag of Fritos in like forever. Maybe I should change that. All right. So here's a little fun thing about this. You ever guys seen the movie? There's two movie references here. Deep Impact is and Armageddon. Both are movies about apocalyptic scenarios, which I think is pretty nice. Because it's like what is it? Shuttle using Deep Impact. Yeah, do you have Deep Impact and we have Armageddon. I just think that's nice. Because it's like, what is it? We have Deep Impact. That's I think this is like the name of the ship that they use, or it's something similar. And then we have Deep Impact, and we have Armageddon. It's like we gotta go to this. Armageddon was like what, the center of the Earth one? A 7-mile comet. Oh my god. But it's a fun thing to say the least. I didn't realize this until like just now. I'm like, oh, this is a very specific reference that they let me get this straight. They certainly understand how old their player base is, because Deep Impact and Armageddon, I think when did Armageddon come out? 1998. They both came out the same year. The same year. Amazing. I mean, I certainly remember Armageddon more because it had Bruce Willis in it. You just gotta go because it also had like Liv Tyler in it, so you get to hear go like, I don't want to close my eyes, I don't want to say goodbye because I miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Memes aside, this weapon is no meme itself. So to start off with, we're obviously looking at these max stats. So she starts off the round with 5 stacks of overheat, and then when you use a skill, it removes a stack. You get a stack every 4 seconds by performing a basic attack. You don't need to do anything insane like charge it up, do anything like that. You just press the attack button once every 4 seconds, and I know you will because it's your filler in between doing insane skill damage. So at max, it's a 20% skill damage up, and you hold 5 stacks of them. She will literally start the round with double damage. That is honestly insane shit to think about. I wish I had the Japanese site that does like the character information stuff, because it also detailed what Micah's going to get a passive from this, and it's a passive. It's like what it applies. Will apply burn on certain attacks or something, and she gets a bonus to burned enemies. So Micah can now actually have synergy with her blue supporter that she got like 4 years ago. I know it's a little crazy to think about, but so be it. Where is I want to find Micah's other weapon, because where it's in the collections, because it should be around here. It's revolving bat. No. There it is. Because Deep Impact looks eerily similar to Invincible Juggernaut. Like let me get the game back up real quick. Like these are just a little too close. I digress. This is a good weapon. Oh yeah. We can't forget that it increases damage dealt with basic attacks by 80%. So that means both her Taimanin and arts get boosts. It's nice. That's really, really nice to say the least on her. Because she certainly appreciates the help that this brings. Because her skills have always been like extremely devastating if she's allowed to crit. Now she's allowed to just do damage in general. She's already been one of my favorite characters to use for machines because she stays out of the way, and this is effectively designed for making Micah AI usage, because of the fact that it gives skill damage for doing something the AI will do normally, which is use their basic attack all the time. I'm sure everybody knows that at this point, because you just leave the character alone and all they'll do sometimes is just shoot their basic string. Micah's really good at doing that, so they make it so it's self-serving to make their simplistic AI work out. The increases damage dealt with basic attacks on it for 80% is just the cherry on top. Though I wonder, will the interaction with this skill damage boost work with the Taimanin arts? Like, is that considered skill damage or just basics in general? So if it is, then this is going to be like the single strongest thing that Micah's going to ever own, and it's going to turn life around for her. Except it won't. It'll only make her do more damage. It doesn't fix the problems she has. So let's take a look. So for starters already, Mato Flare has certainly received a massive range increase. You can see it covers like several parking spots right here and just like totally obliterates what's ever in front of her. It's still her 150 skill modifier, and they're not exactly. That's the thing with these in general, is that they don't. The people who make the video don't do exactly the best job of showcasing the character. I kind of wish they did, because it's like, if you want to sell these things, let's make an appealing. Let's make a good first impression, because some people don't have Micah. They don't know about her past and history of like being a character with a mediocre basic string but insane AoE coverage and just destructive power. So this is like, they see this or they hear about it and it's just like, wow, there you go. It's like, you play poorly, you're gonna get poor results. That's to say the least. But let me check this, because I'm pretty sure Micah herself like cannot inflict burn with any of her weapons, which is insane to think about. Is that the fact that it's like, we have a person who uses fire all the time, Astaroth, she can inflict burn, yet she can't inflict burn. Dude, I would love Grandma racist outfit and then like Ragnarok race system. It's like, how could you not have that? Now the thing is too, we haven't touched Micah very recently in the first place. They are fixed. They are fixed in one location. So when you're using the skill in the first place, like, one of the problems with Mato Flare is that if you get fixed in a direction the enemy isn't in, or the enemy moves out of the way, you're just going to sit there the entire time, so you have to make it count. The fact that it has, like, I don't see them move is a thing that I either wonder, did they take the ability to move away, or has it just never been there? That's my question. Because it's like, she still's got to sit there the entire duration. Because like, one of her things is like, she's able to move around. Well, like, being able to like turn herself during that. Because if she's not able to do that anymore, it kind of loses out the whole benefit of an AoE increase. Because it's like, she can now inflict burn, that's great. But the way burn works is it's a damage dealt status effect. So whatever had applied the burn in the first place, burn will do like a percentage of that damage dealt, which is why Supernova is so insanely strong, because it has the meteor. What has the meteor, the explosion, and the leftover burn for 4 seconds. It ticks 4 times. So you effectively have 3 supernovas cast if you're using Undying Apophis. But they changed the way burn works. So if you deal a low damage attack when you apply the burn, it's just going to be effectively the same strength as a basic attack, which is why dot builds don't really work out, at least not that well, compared to something like original Astaroth and Bomb Escape Asuka, where she would fire off 34 projectiles at once, and each one of them would apply a different factor of burn at the same time. So it just does like millions and millions of damage every single activation, and she'd be able to get away for free too. But of course, that was patched out because no fun's allowed. She can't move. Alright. So most of these explosions have cosmetic effect enhancements. Like traditionally when you would use death from above, they don't, the missiles have like a little bit of a smoke trail, and then the projectiles like, you know, fly and stuff like that. These are the same sort of projectiles that Asuka will use when she does kill all missiles, but these are just a smaller version with like the fire trails behind them. Gives a lot more I don't know, it gives a lot more oomph to it. It makes it look nicer because Mato Flare, at least it's like it's updated visual stuff like that. It looks better because it's now just it's now like what Micah shoots off a huge flamethrower. You know, she's now it just looks like she's shooting off like a stream of lava or something. It's great. It looks nice, but does it perform better? And as we can see, there are several enemies afflicted with burn now. They all took burn ticks and everything like that. So it's certainly worth doing because like when you use Death from Above, all it is just a critical rate boost for the 3 set. So actually getting like double damage out of it, double damage, like a 50 to 100% damage increase like on a skill like that is nice because it's so easy to use. You can apply it at a distance, and it's like it's easy for AI because they just hold still and they'll apply it from the back, and it has like unlimited range for the most part, so it can cover the entire arena no problem. So that's another good one too. They certainly show off that the explosion for when you're using the level 3 charge for Crimson Lotus is it's nice. It's really crazy to say the least, because now that's like it looks like a nuke but it doesn't feel like it. Like it did a lot of damage. Well, the thing is, Laser Man, Micah has always been very good support for VR because you get her with like supporters who have like strong call effects. Because Micah in general is a very tanky character and she stays away from enemies. So she's very valuable on that aspect. Like the AI using her, it's fine because you don't have to worry about like yourself dealing with all the crap that comes with playing her manually. When the machine does it, they just like they'll sit there in the back and just keep using the basic attacks. So this is nice because it's more or less an AI update instead of a player's update. Because they show this in the video, because B gets this right exactly with, she only shines if somebody distracts the boss. Which is, they show this I think later on. That's perfect. That's actually, that's a perfect shot right there. Micah does not have a faster recover animation from doing Death from Above. That's going to be staying the same, and that's not good. So, here. I gotta use my patented YouTube slowdown. So she goes here. She goes out from a dash, and then they hit the attack button. Okay, this is a single frame advance, so it's like she still has to do the entire recovery. then she'll still do like Crimson Lotus. That's the first shot. 540 damage. Most of the enemies have actually just been way too close for the most part, which doesn't work out very well. Because what I wanted to see is if they increase projectile speed. Because projectile speed is something that, like, you can increase animation speed in this game, but you can't change projectiles. So a common problem with Micah is that, like, you have to be like within spitting distance of the enemy because your projectile is just way too slow. So this doesn't do a very good job of showing off the fact, like, if I shoot someone from a distance, are they going to be able to step aside from a bullet? They shouldn't. I love that's so perfect. I can watch this for like fucking the next 10 minutes. Okay. So this is what happens when you don't have somebody to distract your enemies. She's fighting Mobster Boss, an extremely aggressive enemy. This is like, I think, what, floor 85 or something? It's the one that's like before Spinel and Lapis together. So she does the first set of her string, blows it up. Now she's gonna do Crimson Lotus. She's gonna try to get the level 3 charge. Let me go open that up again. Yeah, so since this is a red build, she doesn't get super armor. I have no idea why this skill does not have super armor just innately built in. It should have it. It really, really needs it. Both Pyro and the other one and Crimson Lotus should. No, Pyro has it built in. That's fine. Crimson Lotus, you need to have like a set effect for the super armor. It should just be built in, because then we have this problem where, all right, nobody's there to distract her. You didn't properly do CC so you could actually break the boss's armor or get him distracted or put space between you two. And now you just watch her get hit 3 times, knock her ass down, and you do a terrible, terrible job of demonstrating the fact of the skill is supposed to be better. People don't use these skills because they put you at such a negative setup. I mean, look at this. She falls the fuck down, takes ass loads of damage. I mean, look at this. She has fucking 70,000 health, and she's damn near half off. I know these are dangerous floors, but it's like, come on, Micah can handle this. She really can. They get the recovery. They're not using explosive rounds with this too, so I just wonder how much has actually changed. And she also has the same situation like Sora, where she has to finish the entire animation in order to get back and use her and be able to be used again. Honestly, quite incredible. From here, Ruthless Explosion and Incendiary Rounds, like the classic combo, is it still has insane room clearing potential, because I think, what is it? Ruthless in green is the range booster, so it's like it already covers so much. And then you have Incendiary Rounds, which is like, it's what everybody uses for the most part, because you get so much value out of it with her SR weapon, and the fact it's like a 250 crit modifier with a defense drop. It's a really nice skill. I want to look at that again, actually, because if like did that skill apply burn? It did. So I wonder if there's like a certain effect that has to be met to make it apply burn. Does carpet bombing? No. Carpet bombing right now normally doesn't deal burn, because they're using the green build, which gives it the range boost, which is really nice. I like that a lot. I like that build a lot, because it's like, it lets her stay really mobile, and it's like this. That's the one that lets her feel really good. That's the one I remember when I made the video for her. I talked extensively about it because it feels so good to use the dodge. You dodge and attack. Go into carpet bombing. You're probably still spamming dodge. You're gonna get off ruthless explosion. Ruthless hits. Takes out, just bulldozes the entire enemy team in front of you or whatever boss is there. Do a backstep, retreat, hold the dodge to buffer the input for incendiary rounds, and you just shoot them to instantly kill them. It is such a fun combo to use, and it's like you can't do that anywhere else besides like Total War and tower stuff. It's just so much fun to use. And then she has like the rest of her skills that like suck cock and are just like either suck cock or just not fun to use. Because I enjoy Death from Above because she just gets to turn into like a surface to air missile battery, and just like that's all she does. She just turns into like an automatic, like you let the AI take control of her and she just goes ham. One of my favorites. What's the cooldown for incendiary on that? It's 15 seconds. I want to see that. There's also one thing that's people don't address this enough in their promotional videos, is that they don't adjust the audio at all. Like, I think in the last several videos they've done, they either are missing sound effects, missing certain lines or whatever for music, because like even at the beginning of the Micah video, they usually have like some sort of like stock music they use for the back, in the back of it, like when they do what is it, this part, it should be here. Like the music is very quiet. They could have like oh, that's really cool. Look at this. It says her name on the weapon itself. I like that. I like this weapon more and more every time I think about it. The audio is too quiet here, but also that's like each of these explosions are extremely loud. Like you can hear it in the video itself that it's peaking the audio. They did not consider they need to turn down the sound effects probably about 3 smidges in the game settings, so you actually get a nice good video. So because when you do post processing stuff and you like do a render, all that stuff gets put into the video and it makes it sound like shit. Because I wouldn't have a doubt in my mind if the same guy who is doing the changes is also having to edit it himself. I can understand that, but it's like, it's something so elementary that it's like, it's not just like this one video, it's like other ones too. But that's like outside of what we're talking about with Micah, and that's just like my personal gripe with that. So we've managed to see all 3 colors at once. They use like this one time right here, they use explosive rounds, because explosive rounds has weapon, and that's not the best. Because explosive rounds normally right now, they will the green version reduces the enemy speed. The 2 set will make enemy groggy, which is kind of pointless in PvE. And we can see that right here. And then the 2 set for red is where you make increased explosive rounds. Now the question is, it's more or less, why am I so picky about this renewal as compared to someone like Shizuru? Shizuru traditionally, like, yeah, she has problems. She's had problems since the first day she released, but she's maintained good coverage and usage because she found a niche in team content, because traditionally, like, she's like Micah, where she wants more people to soften the blow and let her do her work. Shizuru's also has like skills that don't suck. Like both of these characters, like Shizuru and Micah, are characters that have traditionally had problems, but one of these characters found a useful place in the fact that Okay, Shizuru's traditional red set has extreme coverage with defense down, and thanks to her limited set, it gives the team an attack buff. That honestly is what carries Shizuru the hardest all this time. And then they go and give Shizuru a wonderful, wonderful passive that benefits you as a player. Like, you just give Shizuru to the AI, she'll start generating seed bomb and everything like that. Oh yeah, so they ended up changing how her unique debuff works and made it more accessible on all of her skills and made it just like work out that much better. It's all the sweeter for Shizuru. She was good and then got even better. We didn't, because like people's main gripe about Mike, because Shizuru's renewal weapon is more for support usage, and it's like it makes her effectively invincible. Not so much invincible, but it's like it gives you so many like options to pick up the roses. Of course, it like, god damn it, disconnected. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. There we go. Good job, YouTube. Thanks for dropping me off again. Ugh. What is it? That's more or less like internal bias with the two of them together. Like Micah is like, she's had problems that compound upon themselves. And Shizuru got like fixes that help her because certainly a lot of people use her and have a lot of value, get a lot of value out of her. So she gets treated right. But it's like, then it goes back to the fact with me of the basic string is just so important. Shizuru at least gets to keep her distance and it covers a wide path in front of her. And it's like she can get out of that string anytime she wants, which is honestly so important for her to help reposition when she takes a hit or when you as a player are having to use her. Micah can't do that. She has to sit through the entire animation. She's done that since release, and she's unfortunately going to keep doing this now. Same time. Maybe it's a YouTube. Sitting here like looking at the kilobytes per second, just like dropping like a rock. I hate it. I really do. Let's see what happens with this. That's enough then. Oh, is it coming back? Is it actually coming back together? Oh my god, it's back. Nope. Yeah, I got one good moment out of that. Okay. Well, yeah, it's not coming back anytime soon. I just gotta call it here.